Hey guys, we are back again, just trying to share another pair of Christian Louboutin that I have picked up. And if you've been kind of following along, I usually have a longer stint between like each of my videos because let's be honest, the shoes are kind of expensive. I'm a school teacher. Okay, we can't just be buying these all the time, right? But couple reasons I got this shoe. There's some things I'm not going to necessarily mention in this video, but I've been working on a project that has helped fund these shoes a little bit. So I have mentioned in my other videos before that two of the main places I love to go shopping for Christian Louboutins are zoofashions.com, zoo like animals in the zoo. They're out of London, and because I live in the United States, they basically have pre-priced in the UK tax. So if you're from the US and you're purchasing, the UK tax falls off, and you're not paying the tax you would normally pay. So sometimes there's a pretty good gap in that. And a few times a year, they'll run like a little bit of a 5 or 10% off promo, which may not seem like a big deal, but on shoes that don't normally go on sale and they're expensive, that can be a big jump. And so recently I've been keeping up with a guy. His name is Alex, and he runs, he has an Instagram, he has a Facebook group, but his website is finedesign.com, but the E in design is a 3. So FINED3 SIGN.com. And he's a, I want to say a reseller, but he gets, a lot of stock in, and his Instagram is where he like updates his stuff constantly. And sometimes he has some like older stuff that you're like, oh, I didn't realize they still had that. And so he had this particular pair of shoes, and it was the only pair he had left, and it happened to be perfectly in my size, and it was something I had kind of been eyeballing, right? So I'll start opening it. But so in my other videos, I've discussed that I've started with dress shoes, and I ordered a couple of pairs of those. I end up venturing kind of into sneaker land to kind of check out some of that. And I still kind of like, well, what are things I don't have? Like, I don't have his slides, right? I don't have like flip-flops. I don't have any of his like runner shoes. But something else I felt like I was missing was like I don't have any boots, right? I was like, ooh. And this particular pair, he has a couple of boot designs that I really love. I'm gonna pull it out just to show it to you while I start talking. But he has a few different boot designs. This one is called the Roadie flat. And when you look at his boots, you may not know the difference unless you see a lot of pictures side by side. But one of the things about the Roadie is that it has a shorter heel. Like, it's a very low heel. One of the other designs that looks almost the same as this, I forget the name, but you'll notice the heel is just a little bit taller, or some of them have a little bit of, like how here, when I look at it from the front, I basically just see gray and then you don't see the edge. Some of them have more of a thicker sole, like, or a wider sole compared to it, which gives it maybe a little more of a Western vibe. Not sure, right? You just, pick what you like and go for it. But the Roadie flat to me is like just the most classic of his shapes. And, I almost bought this in a black just because, like, who doesn't love a black Chelsea bone? But I fell in love with the gray suede, which I'll pull up in a second here, too. In fact, I'll just do it right now. But the very first pair that I've ever purchased was this beautiful gray suede. I fell in love with it, and every time I wear this, people are like, oh, what are those? Just because, the suede stands out in a dress shoe. You don't see that a lot, and you get that pop of red. And so the fact that I had the opportunity to get this Chelsea boot in that same gray, and it was still available because this is like several seasons ago, and so when he had it, and it was a bit of a price discount, because a lot of the boots can run, like $1,200, and this was like, like around $800. Again, not cheap, right? But like I said, I'm dabbling in some things on the side. It's kind of paying for my shoe addiction. But yes, these are just absolutely gorgeous. They are Chelsea boots. They've got kind of a stretch strap as you slide them on. I did order these in a 42. That's like a half size down from my like normal fit. But I always order 42s and things that are slip on. And I found that this, guys, I slipped this one on just to make sure it fit before I did this video. Fits like a glove. It's literally amazing. I will go ahead and just maybe slide it on for you real fast just to show you. But I just had to show off this boot. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Yes. Always use a shoe tree. Again, it's kind of, oh my gosh, you guys, bright red. Every time I see that, like, But yes, these are just gorgeous. Let me see if I can just kind of lift my foot up. But I just love the look of a Chelsea boot. And then here you got that bright pop of red, which gives it that little something special. And you're like, oh, it's just a gray Chelsea boot. And then you're like, oh, no. That's a Louboutin or Louboutin or Christian Louboutin, depending how you want to go about it. But yeah, I fell in love with this color. I couldn't believe I could grab it. And I have obviously had a chance to wear these out and kind of like just pick them up. But I am going to need to put the screen protectors on the bottom before I go and do that. And it happens to just be, because this is my oldest pair, it's also the one that's had the most wears with the screen protectors on the bottom. So again, let's kind of hold that up and show you if you aren't familiar with my other videos. I always use the zag screen protectors. You can kind of see that line right here where that is applied. And you'll notice kind of like the pitting and the dots that you don't see on a brand new one. But that is just kind of from walking on the concrete. But otherwise, come home, wipe this up a little bit, and they generally have held up really, really well, like to the point that you step back a little bit, and it looks as brand new as it can possibly be. So I have videos up. Obviously you can see what it looks like right now, but I do have a video where I actually talk about how I put them on and kind of give instructions on that. You're welcome to pull that up. There's a lot of other videos out there on YouTube that do the same thing, but just wanted to share that this boot is just something about this. His boots are so slender and just sleek. Like, I own other Chelsea boots, right? Like, even just grab some stuff out of the wall. Like, I got these ones that have kind of like a little buckle detail, and these aren't red bottoms. These are like, apparently they're Steve Madden, he likes to copy different people's shoes, but they have cute designs, and I'll take it. I've even got a gray suede pair already. This one's his Karl Lagerfeld. But there's just something about the shapes of his boots that's hard to describe. And I know in person, on the video at a flat screen, it doesn't quite pick up what it is. But when you put these on, it's just a slimming, slender, like, just sleekness to his boots that it's just undescribable. And of course, like, the leather soles are always very comfortable. I find suede shoes to be the most comfortable of the dress shoes anyway. But yeah, so that's all. I don't want to blab all video, but just wanted to share a new purchase with you, just show it off. All right, guys, well, you have a great night, have a great day, depending when you're watching this, and I will shoot you back when I have another video to share. All right, guys, bye.